Thank you so
all
much.
that, and I have never stopped watching you, and I've always adored you. You're just so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's so kind.
And my favorite story was the one that you had mentioned when you aborted Victor's child, and then you had that mental breakdown, and you met Stephen.
Right.
And I always thought Stephen was one of the best men fit for Ashley.
I know. He was a sweet guy in real life too.
Rod seemed like a pretty nice guy.
He was. He was the real thing. Well, thanks for watching for so long.
You're welcome. Thank you for talking to me.
Of course, my pleasure. Take care.
Thanks, David.
You too.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Sabina. Sabina, say hello to Eileen.
Hi, Eileen. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. I just wanted to say I am so excited that you're back as Kristen. I've always loved you on days as Kristen, and I'm having a hard time deciding whether she is really changed or not, but you're definitely doing a knockout job with that.
Oh, thank you.
That character. And
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. What can I say?
Yeah, I can tell that you have a lot of fun with it. And your dynamic with Drake Hogestyn as John is amazing. I was tweeting about that with another friend. We were talking about how you and him have a great dynamic and play so well off each other. And just like one of the scenes last week, I was just cracking up because it was just, I know it's serious, but it's just so funny, some of the stuff that you guys say to each other and how you interact. It's fabulous.
Oh, thanks. I know. It was so wonderful to kind of reconnect with Drake, who lives not very far from me, strangely enough, and we'd see each other out and about once in a while. But I guess when you've been through something like we went through 14 years ago and then we're working together now, I see it as a gift when you can reconnect with people. That in the back of my mind, I was always hoping that someday I would go back to days, even if it was just for a couple of months, just because it's such a great thing to be able to reconnect with people. And like I've been able to see Missy Reeves again and Lisa Rinna when she was on, and Christian, and then all the new people there are so terrific too. And then working with Drake and Dee is kind of like just the icing on the cake, And we were all three really enjoying it, and I think it shows. All three of us are loving what Kristen being back in the mix does to everybody. It just kind of puts everybody up on their A game, because everybody's kind of got something. They've got conflict now, and when you're working as an actor in a storyline, you really need conflict, or there's nothing there to play. So what it does is it just gives all of us so much stuff, so much juicy stuff to sink our teeth into that we're all having a lot of fun.
Yes, and that's why I'm enjoying it again so much. I just love it. And I adore Drake and Christian. I've actually met them in person at different events, and they are fantastic.
They really are.
And so sweet. And so, yeah, I'm definitely one day hoping that I'll get to meet you at one of these events, and because you're just as fantastic and sweet as well. And thank you for talking to me.
Of course, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks,
You're
Sabina.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for taking my call.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
Chris.
Good thing. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Eileen.
Bye.
Okay, next up we have Enrique. Enrique, say hello to Eileen.
Hello, Eileen.
Enrique, what a fabulous name. How are you?
Thanks. Oh, I'm doing well. I'm so happy I'm talking to you. You are one of my favorite soap actresses.
I'm so happy I'm talking to somebody named Enrique.
Yeah.
What a great name. I don't think I've ever been able to say that name to anybody in my whole life.
Wow.
Enrique.
Thanks.
What's your last name, Enrique? Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
Oh,
Never mind. You shouldn't say that because you don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your question?
Well, I was saying that I was on YouTube looking at old days videos, and you were really awesome at all four characters, including, the male character, Thomas. That was crazy, knowing that it was you.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. And also, I didn't know you were in the original House on Sorority Row.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of horror movies, and it was so crazy seeing you in that movie.
I know. Tell me about it. I was only 21 when I made that movie. It was like one of my very first gigs. And
that's how old Enrique is now.
The remake.
Yeah, that's how old I am. Yeah, I'm 21.
Enrique's 21 right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. 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 What?
Go on.
Oh, well, my question is, do you think you'll be able to? Think Susan will appear on days like anytime soon or down the road?
I don't know. You know, it's like now that I'm back on the show and kind of seeing how the show is now, I just don't. It just, you know, back in those days when she was alive and well, the show was a different animal, and it's hard for me to envision her fitting in. You know, going to the coffee shop, and it's just hard for me to see her going to the coffee house and having coffee there. I don't know. You know, I just think it's like two completely different animals now. I don't know how it would work. The one thing I have said is that if they ever did it, it would have to be like a standalone show, where maybe they just brought her back, and it was just the show was just about Kristen and Susan, and you didn't really have too much interaction from the rest of the cast, because I think it would just be when worlds collide, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also kind of weird.
The day after Thanksgiving, they're going to do a show just like from 1997 that I was in.
Wow.
They're doing. They're just like how sometimes they do that. They bring back a show from the past. I heard that the day after Thanksgiving, it's going to be a Kristen show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool for you. It'll be me in flashbacks for an hour.
I think it would be cool. I think a lot of people would enjoy that.
Well, I think a lot of people, you know, my main concern was people that weren't familiar with her back then would be just like, well, who is this chick and what is it? So, I wanted her to be different, so she was something a little bit more relevant to the fans of today as well, you know. And so I think the fact that she's trying to, like, show that she's changed maybe will help new viewers kind of get to know her a little bit better, because they don't see her as being evil necessarily, you know.
No, exactly. The old ones will know. The new ones wouldn't have any clue, so it would be hard for them. The flashbacks help a lot when a new viewer is watching, but I don't think they're going to show any flashbacks of Susan and Tommy and all the rest of them that they had. Yeah.
So. I know. It does seem like a shame, though, to be back on the show and not be playing Susan at some point, I have to say.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think it would just be so fabulous. For me, personally, selfishly speaking, I would love it.
Yeah, but I think you have a lot on your plate right now trying to, fit in with Salem again and try to connect with your brothers and help them out.
Right.
Even if it's not doing something good.
Right.
Did you have any other questions, Enrique?
Yes, I do. I saw you play one of the videos. You were playing the nun. It was you look so different, just with the teeth, and you saying mean is so funny.
Yeah, I think the nun could actually work now if I brought her down a little. Didn't make her so broad. I think she actually could fit into the show today, especially because they're always in church.
Yep.
But just saying.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she could be helping out the priest that you were recently there with, with you and John.
Right.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be funny if she was there to talk to Marlena, since Marlena thinks that you're messing with her?
Yeah, it would be. I know.
Okay, well, Enrique, if you don't have any other questions, I'll go on to the next caller.
Yeah, you go ahead. Bye. I think it was really great talking to you.
Nice talking to you too, Enrique. Take care.
I will.
Thank you, Enrique.
Let me just have a shout-out to all our veterans, too. Please, I'd like to just say thank you for everything you've done for our country, all the sacrifices that were made. And my brother fought in Vietnam, and it's been very difficult for him in the course of the years following that. And I just want to say how much I personally appreciate all the veterans and past and present who have done so much for our country.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. I know my son just got home from the Marines a couple months ago, and he was deployed for about 9 months, and that was really rough. And my dad was a Marine, and my father-in-law was in the Army. So I think every person in this world knows somebody that was in there, and we thank them every single day for what they do for us.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll go ahead and take this other call, and that would be with Travis. Travis, go ahead and say hello.
Hey, Travis, how's it going?
Very well. Yourself, Kristen?
Pretty good.
Kristen, Eileen, sorry.
Hey, don't worry about it.
I was watching, before the show, I was watching a YouTube clip from back in the day. I've been watching Days for about 18 years now, so, very huge fan of yours, and so glad you're back, and I think it's just wonderful for Days. So welcome back to the Days family. It's nice
Thanks,
to
Travis.
See your face again. You're very welcome. My question to you is, with your return, if there was one thing you could change about if you could change anything about Kristen and being on the show, if you could, or let's just put it this way, if you could have time with someone on Days besides who you've been working with, who would it be and why? Like, who would you like to have more time with on Days?
Oh gosh, well, I've been on the show now since July, so I've actually worked with an awful lot of the people on the show. I've been working with Missy and obviously Drake and Deidre and Eric Martzoff. Maybe, I don't know. I love Galen is such a dear. He's a doll, and he's really fun. There's so many talented people. There's can't remember his name. That's good. But it's like a never-ending amount of great actors on the show. There's Sean Christian and so many people. I can't really say one per se. So I think it's probably just maybe working more with Joe in person would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I can definitely see that. I think you and Joe's relationship was just marvelous, and just the way they brought you back and seeing you and Kristen and Stefano together and just the whole demeanor. I just think it was just a great way to introduce Kristen back into the show. So you guys just did wonderful acting, and it was great to see you on Y&R. Just know your fans would love you. I'm a huge fan myself. Someday, I hope to be able to go to Days event, and someday I hope to, be able to chat with you again. I think you're just wonderful. So thank you for coming back to Days. And,
thank you, and I certainly look forward to meeting you in person one day too, Travis.
Awesome, and that's it. I'm tongue-tied today. It's been a long day. Worked all morning. Oh my God. So anyway, but you have a great night, and thanks for coming on Pam's show so we can chat with you.
My pleasure. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes,
thanks,
ma'am.
Travis.
Bye. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Well, Eileen, I know you have to leave. You said you had to do a short show today, and I just want to thank you from my heart for doing this for me.
My pleasure. It's really a lot of fun. I'm really grateful to the fans and the general reaction to Kristen being back. And I don't know, just everybody hold on to their hats. It's going to get really, really good.
Oh, I can't wait. You know me, I watch all of the soaps, so no matter where you are, I'm going to be watching.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Eileen. Have a good night.
Take care. God bless.
Bye-bye.
You too. Okay. I want to thank all the callers, too, for calling in. That was great. I'm sorry it was a short time, but she did tell me ahead of time that she had something to do, and, of course, we have to respect her wishes. It's better than not having her at all. I love her. Definitely. She's so sweet.
Okay, everyone who called in that were nervous wrecks, you can all breathe now. Everything is okay. You got to talk to Eileen. She's a wonderful person, and agreed, Pam. I think it's, all taken aside, I think it was very gracious of her in lieu of how busy she's been of late with being back on Days and, busy life outside of that. So for her to give us any time at all is just phenomenal. So it's another great interview. Interview.
Yeah, we always have to remember that actors are real people and have real situations and families and, things like that they have to take care of too. So for them to commit to any amount of time to do a show like this for the fans is just unbelievable.